Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. I'm Papa Boris, and in this video I'm going to play a new game called MidBoss. Now, normally I like to get right into the thick of the action here and start playing games right away without any babbling, but I do need to give a few quick disclaimers about this game. Number one, I was given a free copy of the game by the developers, but I was not compensated in any other way, so you can assure yourself that all of the opinions I express in this video are true, and while I like the game, and I would encourage you to at least check out its, Steam page and see its reviews and, check out this video and see if you'd like to play it. I will also offer some criticism of it where I, think it's constructive and can help the designers make the game better. So I will have some critiques as well as positive things to say. Number two, the game is in beta, so things can change. And number three, I'm not an expert at the game, so if you've been watching me for a long time, you know that typically I like to play games that I'm sort of good at and can offer strategy on. That is not the case here. This is really just a very new game. It's still in beta, and I just wanted to show some first impressions. Okay, with that all out of the way, let's start. This is a roguelike. Your goal is to get to the bottom of the dungeon and, I guess, kill everything. You are playing as an imp, and the main gimmick of this game is that you can possess the different creatures that you find and gain their abilities. So, the possession is this skill here. It costs 5 mana, you can use it at a range of 3, and what that does is it basically primes the enemy for possession. So if you later go on to kill the enemy, you possess its form. So we'll go ahead and possess this rat, and then we'll wail on it for a little while. Once it dies, I will take over its puny rat body. Before possessing something, you can actually see what effect it will have on your stats. So you can see that even though this rat is rather small, it actually improves most of my stats, because apparently as an imp I am not particularly strong. So we'll go ahead and possess this thing. When you possess the body, you get some health back. You also have abilities, so we'll go ahead and check out the forms screen. So the Plague Rat has this ability Envenom, which if you hover over it, tells you what it does. So basically this lets you poison an enemy and deal damage over time. It costs 5 mana, and it's activated at a range of 1. You also level up your forms the more that you spend time in them and the more that you kill things, and leveling up the forms might open up new abilities. So for example, this gives bonus stealth, which is your odds of being unseen. Now, let's go ahead and continue onwards. I'm using, by the way, the mouse to navigate so that you can see what I'm doing and maybe follow along in the video better. But it is worth noting that you can actually also move around with the arrow keys. And that part of it is a little bit confusing, I'm going to be honest, because there's like, moving sort of orthogonally, or not orthogonally, but like moving, yeah, I guess it is actually orthogonal. There's like moving from one space to an orthogonally adjacent space, but you can also move from spaces that are diagonally adjacent, and so you have to be kind of careful how you set up your keys, because I found it was a little bit tricky to remember what was what. But anyway, we'll be using the mouse in this video, so it's not going to matter. Let's hop through the door. Now, the levels are randomly generated, but there are some commonalities, so it seems like the first level always has a treasure room. You attack things to see the treasure inside. Here we got a two-handed axe, so I didn't know I was going to find that there. That's random, but we will go ahead and equip it. I like these two-handed axes. I like to do tons of damage, as they say. Gold doesn't really do anything, but this stuff is, those little things, those are piles of yarn. That's the currency that you use. By the way, I just killed another rat that I didn't even realize was there. So you eventually find a cat merchant, and the cat merchant lets you buy things for yarn, because apparently monsters don't use gold. One kind of odd thing about this game, I have to say, is the inventory uses this limited space system. Now, I got invited to play this game because the developers saw my videos for Dungeon Mans, which was a game I really liked way back in the day. And in that game, you could have unlimited stuff in your inventory, and you could sort it. Here, we have a sort of Baldur's Gate-style limited slot system where a potion and a scroll take up the same amount of space as a two-handed axe or a plate of armor. And I feel like that's sort of going backwards. I would have loved to just have an infinite inventory and have it be sortable by the type of item. So I'm not exactly sure why the developers made that choice. It could very well be because later in the game, things break if you can have unlimited space. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this ability on this rat here to poison it and deal some damage. Great. You can see your mana down here. Most abilities use mana, but you can find some abilities that use stamina. It's a pretty typical breakdown where physical abilities use stamina, where sort of magical ones use mana. I'm not sure though. I mean, it seems like poison biting someone is a physical thing, but whatever. I don't really know if you can always, how often you find things in crates. It might even be never. I'm honestly not sure. I always break them because I just do it out of habit. But you do typically find things in chests, and you often find things in bookcases. Here, like I found an identification scroll, and I like that little bit of theming that, you know, you find books and scrolls in bookcases, and, you know, items, gear and stuff in chests. This first level is pretty basic. And there's another rat. You can rest. I don't really know that there's anything bad about resting, so you can get your mana back. And so you might as well use your abilities. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna go ahead and open up the forms menu here. So yeah, it looks like we leveled up our plague rat. We got underfoot, so we have 10 stealth, so this increases your odds of being able to successfully avoid enemies you don't want to fight. And the next ability, if I keep leveling this up, is scurry, which makes you a little bit more hasty. All right, so that's pretty cool. I'll talk a little bit more about the forms, or at least as much as I understand them, when we find a new form. But the first level is pretty basic. You usually get that treasure, or at least every time I've played so far, you get a treasure room, and you get some rats to fight. Here we got a book. Now, books let you basically use an ability a certain number of times. This particular book that we found can only be used once, but you can find other books that give you other abilities, and they can be used more times. As far as I know, there's no way to recharge books, and as far as I know, any ability you get from a book, you can eventually also get by actually, like, you know, killing a monster and possessing it. Now, these armor stands can sometimes have equipment, but sometimes they turn out to be actual monsters. I will go ahead and rest first. I'm going to press the R key here, and you can see that regenerates all my mana. I'm going to go ahead and rest first to get my mana back. In case this is a monster, I'll be able to possess it. Nope, that was just a thing that gave me some basic boots. I'll equip them. And that also was just basic boots. They're the same. Heavy boots. Okay, great. Let's like break some crates. Do crates ever have anything in them? I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't know. Can you do anything at this forge? Nope. Okay, so that's a one-handed weapon. We'll stick with the two-handed axe, especially because I don't have a shield yet. So there's the cat merchant. You have a dialogue. I'm not against the dialogue. I think the writing in this game is pretty good. But just for the interest of time, we'll go ahead and skip it. Okay, so in this first level, we found nothing but rats. None of the armor stands turned out to be enemies. So let's go to floor number 2. And so here we'll hopefully find some new enemy types, and we can talk a little bit more about the possession system. Okay, here we go. There's a little vampire bat, I think. And I'm gonna just press the space key to rest for a turn and let the bat come to me, so I'll get the first attack. I'm not gonna envenom it, because one time I actually used the envenom ability after possessing something, and when I took over its body, it was still poisoned and proceeded to take damage, which was obviously not a good time. By the way, there is an initiative order here. This, from bottom to top, it tells you what order things will go in. So right now, the bat and I are just trading attacks, but sometimes you'll go twice, or the enemy will go twice, or there'll be multiple enemies. So you can pay attention to this initiative on the right-hand side to make more strategic decisions in combat. All right, so we'll just whack this bat to death, hopefully. All right. Now, you can see that taking over this bat, I actually lose in most stats compared to the rat. So it's a legitimate choice to not possess it, but we'll go ahead and possess it anyway, just so we can see some other stuff that happens. So now we have a new form unlocked. This acid bat, which I have actually not found before, doesn't have any abilities to start with, but if you level it up, you get the acid puddle, which I've never seen before. So let's see, what is this? It leaves a puddle on the ground that inflicts damage at the start of every turn. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I find that you can't level up every single enemy that you find, so you do have to make some choices about what to level up and which ones not to. And I guess that's sort of the choice in this game, whereas other roguelikes, your choice is which class do you want to be or which skills do you want to learn. Here it's like, which enemies do you want to possess and which ones do you want to actually take the time to learn the skills of. I did find a nice little axe here, which is good. One thing I wish the game explained better is what the 2 damage types is. Like, that has like a damage blank / +6. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means to have a 6 on the right as opposed to on the left, so no idea. Hope that gets explained at some point. Found a book. I have not been using these books yet, although, you know, you probably should at some point. Consumable usage is, of course, a very big part of this game. Found some magic boots. It is worth noting some boots are bad. I'm gonna go ahead and equip them, even though I don't know what they are. I could use a scroll identification to identify them. However, we will find the cat merchant on this level, and we can pay him to identify stuff for us. We can give them balls of yarn to identify things. This seems like a different type of bat. So I have a choice. I could possess this bat, or I could stay in my acid bat to continue leveling up my acid puddle. We'll go ahead and possess it just because we're just showing off the different mechanics here. I'm gonna go ahead and pause. Oh, the bat doesn't want to fight me. He's just a pacifist bat, so I'm gonna have to walk up to it and kill it. Okay, it died, and yeah, it looks like we, win some, lose some. Let's go ahead and possess it. Note that possessing things does regenerate your health, which is sort of an important mechanic because otherwise you don't regenerate health. So that's one thing to keep in mind as well. You kind of have to possess things out of necessity. So this bat starts with the ability Life Leech, which is like a typical, deal some damage, gain some health thing. And if you level it up, you get a bonus to stealth. I really don't care that much about these stealth bonuses, so I'm gonna look to try to possess a different sort of animal and level up a skill that I value more. Who needs to be stealthy? I just want to fight things if I have to encounter them at all. I think I leveled up. And, yep, we can go here. Nope, there we go, we can go there. So when you level up, you get 3 points to spend in 4 different stats. And what I'm about to say is going to be something of a critique, although it's probably unfair to call it a critique because literally every single RPG does this, so maybe I'm just the only one who gets pissy about it. But one issue I have with RPGs is that they always give you these choices, but they don't give you meaningful information to help you actually make the choices intelligently. So here, for example, violence, is linked to damage. Great, but how much does my damage actually increase from 1 point in violence? No idea. You can click on it and see what changes. So if you click, you'll see that my power goes from 7 to 8. And that seems to actually be the only thing that changes. But how much is a point of power? It just increases magical damage, but I don't know what that is. So I wish that, all games, this one included, would actually tell you a point of this stat is worth X damage, so that you could actually tell what effect things would have. Anyway, then Cruelty helps with minimum damage, criticals, and condition strength. That one seems to increase your force, and nothing else. Adamancy increases your resistance, and seemingly nothing else. And then Relentlessness increases, 2 things, Constitution and Spirit. So HP, mana, and stamina. I wonder, does that change the more that you level it up? If I put in multiple points, does it change different things? Oh, it does, hang on. So my force went up to 7, then nothing changed from 11 to 12, interesting. And then from 12 to 13, I got some focus and some force. Okay, what is this? Critical chance and minimum damage, and then that is condition strength. All right, what about violence? We get power first. It would be nice, by the way, and I'm sure these sorts of niceties will come in future versions, but to see a preview of what will change, so you don't have to play the game of look real close and see what changes. Looks like from 11 to 12, nothing actually happens, and then you get bonus strength and power. Okay, we'll just go 3 points in violence here to get that big boost to strength and power to deal more damage. I'm not gonna worry about my defenses. When I get attacked by something, I'll just die. All right, we have another enemy here, and like I said, there's really no point in being stingy with your skills because you can just press R in between battle and get all your mana back. But this is a leech ability that gives health back, so there's really no point using it until I'm actually missing some health. Okay, and now we'll see if we can finish, where's this bat? Finish it off. Nope, couldn't quite finish it off. And then it died. All right, we got some evasive light boots that also have an extra ability. Great, we'll equip them. Hopefully they're not cursed. And, oh yeah, I should mention actually, if you go to your inventory, you can actually equip a different form to get its abilities. So if I equip the Plague Rat, I can now use Envenom or Life Leech. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I believe that equipping a form does not make it level up. So this vampire bat, if I keep staying in the vampire bat form and killing things, I will eventually get this ability Innocuous. Whereas I do not believe I'm getting progress on Scurry from having the Plague Rat ability activated through my inventory screen. But I'll check back, and if I'm wrong, we'll see that has gone up. Alright, here is the room with the cat merchant, which I think is really funny, because the cat merchant's always in this room with tons of boxes, and it's cat, why don't you just break up these boxes and get the free gear that's lying around here? But anyway, we'll take a look at the merchant. Ooh, we got a free book here, Tome of Zap. Fine. Range 10, it's pretty good range. And chests usually have something. got a basic wand and some light boots. Okay, I'm gonna actually unequip the stuff that is unidentified. Okay, so there's 3 tabs when you talk to the merchant. You can buy, you can sell, and you can service. So I can actually remove the curse off of this amulet, which I think I would want to do because this thing has a lot of stats. Now this costs 70 balls of yarn to uncurse it. I only have 28 balls of yarn, so I'm gonna go over here first and sell some crap. I'm gonna get rid of these potions. Potions, I don't really get them. It just seems like they do random things. Maybe if you drink them, you like learn what they do, but I'm not gonna bother with that here. We'll just get, oh, you'll notice that everything shifts around whenever you sell something. I'm sure that is going to change, or I hope it's going to change. That's really kind of wacky. Let's see. I did get those like unidentified legendary boots, so we can get rid of all these other boots. I'll just keep it simple here and go for stuff that has the most status effects. This dagger, it's just an uncommon. I'm not gonna bother identifying it. I'm not gonna bother with the shield either because I'm just gonna use a 2-handed weapon. Let's see here. Normal physical attack, which will raise the enemy as a zombie minion if they're killed by it. Interesting. Does the minion actually help me? Not gonna worry about it. We'll just get rid of that thing. And then the body slam, whatever. We'll just get rid of that. The zap seems kind of nifty, so we'll keep that. Okay, so now I have 145 balls of yarn. I could go to this buy menu, see if there's anything good. I'll be looking for like a good axe, maybe like a good armor. Alright, get some stats there, get a bunch of stats there. Alright, no, we're gonna go ahead and identify this, remove the curse from this amulet. And identify these evasive light boots. And then we'll go back and see what they actually are. So we got power, evasion, and toughness, whatever those things do. And this amulet gives accuracy, critical, and spirit, whatever that is. Okay, great, so let's go ahead and organize the inventory a bit. Great fish, crate fish liberated. Oh, I guess that's the point of getting rid of breaking up the crates, is to you liberate fish that live in them. I don't actually understand. Anyway, that's the merchant. We may end up coming back here if our inventory gets too full. Okay, so here we have a rat, which I am actually more interested in leveling up, because this scurry is an actual, perhaps, useful ability to have. It gives us a stamina thing, something that uses my stamina, so I can, like, maybe use that in addition to the mana that I have. And haste seems like a pretty good thing to have in general. So yeah, I'm not super crazy about this vampire bat, so let's prep this rat, and then kill it in one shot. Alright. My power does go down, so I do less magical damage, but I actually get bonuses in other respects, so we'll take over it. And we'll be a rat for a while. Let's see if this guy might fight us. Nope. Just got some robes. Dagger of Endurance. Alright. So yeah, I don't know, like, these daggers, they have damage on the left instead of damage on the right. But I gotta say, this one-handed weapon doesn't actually do that much less damage than my two-handed axe. So I'm gonna go ahead and equip the dagger, and then I'll put this other dagger in my offhand. I don't actually know how dual wielding works in this game, but I'm hoping that that does more than my axe did. Alright, this is another one of those vampire bats. I'm really not that jazzed about it. So we'll just whack it, and I'll, oh, hang on a second. I need to equip my vampire bat. There we go. So I can use Life Leech and hopefully get some health back. Probably was not actually worth it. Okay. I learned an ability. Yes. All right. We got Scurry. Great. So now I can scurry to make myself all hasty. And note, and remember, you can have equipped forms here. You're always going to be an imp, and you're always going to be whatever it is you're currently possessing, but you also can choose from other stuff that you have. I don't know why it lets you choose like this, because this doesn't have any abilities, and I don't think it actually helps it level up, but I guess we'll keep it there, because that Life Leech seems to be pretty crappy. Do I not have any armor at the moment? I'm not wearing any armor. Let's get +1 toughness. And then we got a Tome of Scurry. That's that ability that I have, actually. It's the one that gives you haste. Oh, you can click and drag, so you don't have to keep clicking on every square. Very nice. Definitely simplifies things a bit. Okay, these armor racks sometimes turn into enemies, but not this time. Ooh, +4 and +4. It's got a thing on both sides of it. All right, we'll go for that. We'll equip that sword. This thing, that seems like a pretty strong enemy. Seems like a mage person. I could just very well die here. Well, this is bad because I didn't rest, so I didn't get my mana back. I should have rested before capturing this thing's attention, but we'll see what happens. So I'll try possessing it. And then, I could wait and let it come to me, but I figure there's no real point on that because it's a mage-looking dude, so it's probably gonna like sling a fireball at me, so we'll step up to it. Okay, that wasn't the end of the world. I got 14 health out of 21. Let's see. We will start by poisoning it. Earlier in the battle, you do that, the better, I reckon. And then I'm gonna haste up. That uses my stamina rather than my mana. All right, and so now I hopefully get some extra attacks in. Ooh, 10, that was pretty good damage. Oh, nailed it. All right, we can possess, that was a cultist. Ah, wow. Cultists, man, they're skipping leg day at the gym. How do I have less strength as a cultist than I do as a rat? But anyway, we'll take it, because I've never seen a cultist before, so I'm curious what abilities they have. Got an Axe of Endurance, seems pretty crappy, but we'll take it, just to sell it later. And let's actually look at, let's see, what is our ability here? Stabs and wands gain the following procs. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that, but I don't have any stabs or wands, but I'll keep an eye peeled. Magic Missile seems like a pretty standard, pretty decent ability. Okay, great. Well, we'll keep that around then, and let's actually take a quick look at our Acid Bat to see if I've been leveling up Acid Puddle. Crap, I haven't really been paying attention. Maybe, okay, so I'm like right between the I and the D. Okay, we'll equip the Acid Bat. By the way, if you do switch too much, then you get some soul fatigue. So your first assignment is free, but then all the ones after that cause... Oh my god, I'm poisoned. Oh god. Because I used that Envenom ability to take the cultist down, and then the cultist was still poisoned. I don't know if that's a bug or a feature. One problem, of course, is now I'm very low on health. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to stick around for very long as this cultist. You do get health back when you depossess the thing that you're currently possessing. So that's one way to get health back. And you also get health when you possess something new. So you have to make some difficult decisions here, like do I want to possess one of these rats just to get the health back? Or do I wait for something better than the rat, but then maybe like, if I wait for something better, I might die in the meantime because I'm low on health. Oh, hang on. When the sky's bobbing down here, it means you're forgetting something. I need to level up. All right, we'll go for Cruelty. This is the other damage improving stat. So it improves critical chance and minimum damage. All right, perfect. So that's good. And yeah, we'll just bonk these rats. I should be able to kill them in one hit. They're not that strong. Oh, did I just get poisoned again? I did. Oh god. All right, I'm gonna depossess because I'm at 1 health and I appear to be poisoned for 5 more turns. So let's go ahead and depossess. Okay, that got rid of my poison. I'm gonna rest, get my mana back just in case. Again, I have not currently discovered any drawback to just resting when you need to. Okay, is this plate armor better than what I'm wearing? It is. Is this sword better than the sword I'm using? It does not appear to be. Okay. Okay. So let's break some crates. I am a little bit low on health still, so I would like to find something and possess it to get its health. I mean, I think you start with like basically full health. Here, I'll even take this rat. Okay, and it actually improves my stats to be in rat form. Yeah, see I'm at 21 health here. Great. All right, let's go in here. I got my acid bat still going. Now, has that been? No, that's not been leveling up my acid puddle at all. So yeah, I need to find something other than this rat to possess because I've already mastered all the rat's abilities. I've already got everything, the scurry and the underfoot and whatever. So it'd be nice to do something else. And I guess since I'm not leveling up my acid bat, I should pick something that actually has an ability, but nothing actually does. All right, except for the vampire bat has that leech, but that seems to be a pretty crappy one, so I'm not gonna bother with it. Okay, let's break up these crates. I kind of wonder if it'd be nice like, if you could like speed up animations, or at least the crate breaking one, because there's a lot of crates. All right. Ooh, a staff. Doesn't seem to have as good of stats as my sword. The cultist does have that thing with staves, Oh, mastery and power 20%. I don't know what that means. Well, I have a full inventory. I can pick up those scrolls because those stack, but the next thing that I find, I'm not gonna be able to grab. So we need to go back to the merchant, which was, here? No, I'm in new territory. Where was the merchant? I wish you could mark the map to signify things, such as here's where the merchant was. Also, you can see this is sort of annoying. My inventory's full, so now either I have to just like dump things or wander sort of slowly all the way around the map, trying to remember where the hell the merchant was. Okay, so not there. Yeah. This is why I think, you know, the limited inventory size is a step backwards, because it's making things more annoying, and I don't really know what the... Wait a minute, I've been to every single room that's revealed on this map, and I still haven't found the merchant. Oh, geez. Okay. So, crud. Well, ball sacks. I don't know what I'm missing, but we'll just keep wandering around. Here's a new type of bat. I guess I can just go around and pick things up later, and I will go ahead and possess this bat, see if it's got any cool abilities. Oh yeah, there's really no reason for me not to use haste, so I can be more speedy. Got a lightning bat. Great, what you got for me? We got zap. Oh, that's a stamina ability, even though it deals magic damage, but it's a physical attack. Yeah, I don't know if the theming for the stamina versus mana thing is particularly consistent here, but it's pretty decent. It's a range 10, deals some damage. Okay, cool. So we'll rest up to get my stamina back. And what? Okay, I'm on floor number 2. This is definitely the floor that had the merchant on it. 100% guaranteed this is the floor with the merchant. So, oh, maybe the merchant was in that room? This one? The one that's kind of like its own little nook? That might be the one. I don't know if I actually checked that room out again. All right, we'll take a quick look in there. So I really want to sell all this crap off. That was the room. That was it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, this is gonna feel good. Okay, so let's sell off all the common items. You don't get too far in the game before common items are pretty much totally worthless. And again, these potions, which I don't really feel like dealing with. So getting rid of all the common stuff. We'll get rid of these. You know what, am I gonna use this? I might use it. Like for a really hard enemy, you might want these extra zaps. And I have better boots, it seems. That is an unidentified dagger. I'll identify it, sure. What is a dagger of endurance? Okay, that was probably not actually worth identifying, but whatever. Get rid of this axe, and this axe. Endurance dagger, and force dagger, and strength axe. Okay. I have 2 tomes of zap. Well, I got lots of zapping, then. Alright, I got 220 yarn balls. I guess what I want is like a good weapon. This is, gosh, that's a legendary item or whatever, or it's rare, but it's like sort of garbage, it seems. I don't know. We got some epic boots here, but I've already got rare boots. I think that's fine. Critical, stealth, I don't care about stealth. Don't really want to use shields. Alright, I guess this merchant just doesn't have anything good. In another game I played, the merchant had a really, really high damage dealing weapon, so that was kind of cool to get. Oh, I got a master sword of teleportation with the blink ability, and it gives me spirit and strength. That's nifty. Okay, so 312. I need another 92 more yarn balls before I can get that. Oh, and of course now all the stuff that I left lying around on the floor, I don't remember where that was. So it'd be nice if I could like mark the map with shit I left on the floor here. Because for some reason the inventory's not unlimited. Wait, where is all that stuff? Does it disappear after a while? Oh no, there's a shield. I guess oh, those blue things coming out, those are actual fish. I see, I didn't realize that. All right, let's go over here. There was some more stuff. Yeah, there's some stuff down there. Leather armor, whoop-de-dingle. And an unidentified one, which I'm probably not even gonna bother identifying because I really doubt I'm gonna end up using it. Since even, you know, most blue items pretty quickly are not that good. Okay, breaking up some crates. I should probably check whether that armor is actually better. That is actually better, yep. Okay, and this wand is whatever. Okay, so here we have some corrupted item. Alright, it is, well, interesting. So I could uncorrupt it back at the merchant, and then it would give me plus to spirit and I think plus to resistance. And then I could put it in the other accessory slot because you can have two of them, but it still doesn't actually seem that good, so we'll just leave it alone and sell it. Oh man, so many crates. So many. Oh hey, okay, so there are things in crates sometimes. A potion just came out of that crate. In addition to the fish. I wonder if this levels up. I need to equip my rat form because that's where I got my abilities. And, oh, there's an axe in that crate. Okay, now let me just check real quick. So this lightning bat is trying to get zap. Currently I have 0 progress because I guess I haven't killed anybody in this form. Alright, more crates. This is a little, maybe a touch on the tedious side with these crates. Oh my god, that was a lot of fish. Why are there crates full of fish? Well, this game does have a bit of a sense of humor, so it could just be a random thing. Staff, eh? Just a regular old staff. So +4, +2. Kind of makes me realize the weapon I'm using is not that great. It's not even like that much better than this staff that was just lying on the ground. This totally basic bitch staff. Okay. Slayer's axe. So he has a +1 on the left side and a +4 on the right side. I don't know, man, what that means. Is there any point in possessing these rats? Probably not, because I wanna level up my zap. Oh, it levels up fast. I only killed like 2 rats, and already I'm like halfway there. Just a few moments, we'll be living on a prayer here. Okay, so moving back. Oh, did I go in a circle? I went in a circle. Last time I played, I died on floor 3, so I kind of want to get at least down to floor 3 in this video. Right, we got one of these vampire bats, which I don't want to possess because I don't like their ability. Okay, leveled up, great. You know what? Maybe we should get some of these bonuses. What does that give me at the 3rd level? Toughness and resistance. Toughness and resistance. So that's defense against attacks, and then the HP, mana, and stamina. Ah, screw it. Let's go for all damage all the time. Go for cruelty, then we'll do violence next level, if I make it that far. Alright. So, slaying these bitches without too many problems. I've learned an ability. Yes, we got zap. Ah, so now we got use for stamina. That is offensive. So that's great. So I can use stamina offensively from a long range to zap, or I can use stamina in battle in melee range with my haste from the rat. So, you know, the enemies that I possessed and chose to hang around in affect what abilities I can use in battle. I saw there were some stairs down, but I do want to explore this whole place because if there's anything good, that'd be nice. Okay, so I can make an offering. Last time I did this, I put in a cursed item, and that did not go over well. So we're gonna put in a magic item. Let's see if that's any good. Oh, that seemed to be good. That was a pleasant sound. What was the effect? Nothing. Okay, great. Cool. Well, I made somebody happy somewhere. I hear noises. Die! You will not die. Okay. Maybe I should have just stuck to zapping. Ooh, what are you? Oh, this is the lightning bat, right? Isn't it? Or some sort of. I'm gonna possess this thing. Okay, and then we're gonna haste up, which did nothing. Cool. Am I in a lightning bat already? I am. I just turned colors for some reason. Okay. Well, it's interesting. Stamina actually regenerates really quickly, but mana you have to rest. I wonder why that is. Because, I mean, it's not like that hard to press the R key. Oh, there it is. There's all my mana back. So I don't know why the game makes you sort of do that chore of manually regenerating your mana if the stamina, which functions very similarly, effectively regenerates for free. Let's try Zap. That has a pretty nice long range on that. Oh, okay, so I teleport. Why can't I use it again? I have the mana for, it's 7 stamina, I see. Well, that's interesting. Oh, okay, I get it. So stamina recovers in battle. Maybe that's a thing, is stamina recovers in battle. So that's why, that's like why mana doesn't recover automatically. So you can actually kite things. You can just run away from it and keep zapping it. There is absolutely no point in my doing this, because that's an enemy I could have just walked up to and ass whooped. But I suppose if you're fighting something that you know is going to kill you, you can kite it and kill it that way. Okay. These rats are not a threat anymore. I'm still kind of hoping that some of those armor sets might be an enemy, because the animated armors have some interesting abilities. Nope. We got an unidentified axe. Got some treasure piles. Got some am I seriously all filled up? Oh my god. Alright, so this is a pretty tough enemy, this zombie thing here. So we're gonna open up with zaps from the longest range we can. And I guess that's a reason to have stealth, is that stealth allows you to get, like, position yourself more agreeably before the enemy sees you. And I kind of get why you can't see their hit points until after you've killed them a time or two, but it is sort of frustrating, I guess, to not be able to see, because it makes it hard to make intelligent decisions when you see a monster for the first time, just sort of the time that it's most important to be able to make intelligent decisions. I'm pressing the spacebar key, by the way, just to pass my turn. Now here, the fact that haste and zap use the same resource pool is actually a detriment, because I'd like to maybe do both things, like haste to spend mana and then zap to deal damage multiple times in a row. Alright, down it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. That is actually a pretty good sword, though. It gives more focus and does more damage than the one I am currently wielding. But my inventory's full, so we're gonna have to go back to the merchant. Where the hell's the merchant? It was this room there, so I'm actually going the wrong way. I need to go like this. How long is this video? I've already been doing it 38 minutes. Okay, you know what? Why don't we go to the merchant and sell the stuff, and we're gonna pause here. I guess I wasn't expecting it, but I guess we'll do a part 2 of first impressions for MidBoss. But let's go ahead and do some stuff here. Do I want to identify these things? How much is it costing me? 20 yarn balls? Sure, I might use this axe if it's a good one. It's kind of weird that you don't get to see what you get. It goes to the other place, and then you have to go over there to see it. I guess what you could do is you could stop picking up common items, and that could sort of stop the problem. Or maybe it's like, well, we're gonna limit your inventory so that if you feel like going back and forth, tromping around the map, then you can do that to get more yarn balls, but if you are just gonna play normally, then you don't get that advantage. I don't know. Is it all the same stuff here? I think this is all the same stuff. Yeah, this is all the same stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and close that for a second. Take out my axe, which seems to be better. Did I sold the axe. I sold the axe I was gonna use. Or the sword that I was gonna use. Okay, so we're gonna sell the axe, and I see if I can buy back the sword. Not that. Nope. Definitely not that one. Okay, we'll just buy this thing that I actually was planning on getting, so that's pretty nifty. It's legendary main hand weapon. It's 4+2 damage, so I'm actually losing a bit of damage. But I am getting 3 strength, 4 spirit, counterattack, and the blink ability. So now I feel silly for having sold off my shields because I could use a shield, or I could even use a dagger in my offhand. Let me see here. I don't have enough yarn balls for this shield. Oh, 16 yarn balls short. You know what? Now that I actually know Zap, we'll just sell off these Zaps and just instant gratification our way to victory here. Okay, so let's pop this shield in there. There we go. Okay, now how does this work then? Oh, I see. So, Blink teleports you to a random location within line of sight, which is maybe not that great. And, is there a limit? Ah, it costs mana. So the weapon gives me the ability, but it costs mana to use? Interesting. All right, I approve, game. I approve. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my Camtasia recording here, and then I'll be back with part 2 in just a moment. Take care, everybody.